George Washington once said, "Discipline is the soul of an army. It makes small numbers formidable. It procures success to the weak and esteem to all." Discipline is the soul of an army. It makes small numbers formidable. It procures success to the weak and esteem to all. Esteem is a product of discipline. Esteem in your field, esteem in your calling is a product of what? Self-discipline. High level self-discipline. High level self-discipline. High level self-discipline. And then he went on in verse 18 of that same Ecclesiastes chapter 10. He said, "Through slothfulness a building decays, and by idleness of the hands the house droppeth through." That connotes diligence. What do I call it? Diligence. So in the covenant of leadership, the covenant of leadership, you have vision, you have wisdom, you have discipline, and you have diligence. 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 You'll never find a high flyer in any field who is not a hard worker. Check it out. You'll never find a high flyer in any field who is not a hard worker. You never find a high flyer in any field who is not a hard worker. Because God is not mocked. Whatsoever a man sows, that also shall he reap. He that sows sparingly shall also reap sparingly, and he that sows bountifully shall reap also bountifully. You'll never find a high flyer in any field who is not a hard worker. This is so crucial and so vital. There is a story of this young man by name James Owen. He was a high school boy in the early 1900s. And then he asked his coach, "Mr. Coach, I would like to be a sports star." And the coach looks at him and says, "Good. And let me show you the first steps on the ladder to becoming a star in sports." He said, 1, determination. Let us say determination. He said 2, dedication. He said 3, discipline. And 4, sacrifice. Determination, dedication, discipline, and sacrifice. This young chap picked it up and began to run with it. Now, anyone who cares to run with the things I'm saying now, just watch the events of your life in the next 3-5 years. There will be sporadic, dramatic changes that will bring you very soothing amazement. This boy began to run with it. By the Berlin Olympics of 1923, this boy became a 3 gold medalist. His broad jump, or what you call long jump record, took 22 years to be broken. By running with those facts. I've brought 2 amazing, humbling facts on leadership this morning. If you care to run with it, you'll be amazed at the events of your life. You'll be amazed. I perceived I was not the only boy that had it, because the coach will have told all the others. One of you came to me this morning and said he wanted to be a sports star, and I told them 1, 2, 3, 4. And all of them clapped. "Yeah, coach, that's right." But only that boy ran with it. Only that boy ran with it. And he became a world-renowned athlete. Because when you get to a gold medal in the Olympic Games, you are a world-class sportsman. He got three at a go. He got three at a go. There will always be more workers than there are leaders, because the price of leadership is not cheap. There will always be more workers than there are leaders, because the price of leadership is real costly. It is no cheap talk, it is hard work. Working first and foremost on yourself, and then working on your task, managing the issues of your life with utmost efficiency. With utmost efficiency. That's how great leaders are born. That's how great leaders are born. The good news is it's never late to be right. Say with me, it's never late to be right. It's never late to be right. It's never late to be right. Every situation is changeable. Every position is alterable. It's never late to be right. He said, if you hear his word today, harden not your heart, because today is not late. Today is not late. Today is not late. Abraham came on the stage at 75. Today is not late. If you are willing to pay the price, no one will deny you of the goods. If you are willing to pay the price, no one will deny you of the goods. If you are willing, you can't go to a motor garage to buy a vehicle and they say, no, won't say to you, you are too short. Can they say that to you? Say, can you wear sandals here to say you want to buy a car of this price? No, go away. No. You are willing to pay the price, they'll be so delighted to give you the car, collect your money, and wave you bye-bye, and thank you so very much for coming. That though you are the shortest man in the world they have ever seen, and you are the roughest man who dressed to their workshop, to their store, but you have the money, so take the goods. So that's why your color, your height, your breadth, your appearance has no bearing. What has a bearing is your stuff. Say with me, stuff. The stuff. The stuff of which you are made. And that stuff is a task. To build stuff into your system is a task. Let me show that in this segment by quickly showing us what I consider the principal raw material for the making of a leader. The principal raw material for the making of a leader. A lot of things have been said. Now, let's wrap it up this way. Proverbs chapter 8 and verse 15. Wisdom speaking said, by me kings reign and princes decree justice. By me princes rule, and yea, all the judges of the earth. Proverbs 8, 15 and 16. Just like flour is the principal raw material for the making of cakes, so is wisdom the principal raw material for the making of kings. And kings here means leaders. The making of leaders. You never have a piece of cake without flour. There is no way sugar and icing can make a cake. They are to decorate the cake. The real cake is what? Made of flour. In the same vein, you never find any leader in any field who is not made up of wisdom stuff. Say with me, wisdom. And now, I'd like you to please listen here, because this will help us a lot. Wisdom stuff. Now, what is wisdom? And let's pick it from the mouth of wisdom himself, Jesus Christ, who is the wisdom and the power of God. The whole world was ajarred by his wisdom. What wisdom is it that's given him? That both the wind and the storm obey his voice, and such mighty works are done by his hand. Matthew 13:54, Mark 6:2. So that qualifies him to be the wisdom of God in human flesh. What is Jesus' definition of wisdom? Matthew 7:24-28. He said, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man which is built his house upon the rock. I will liken him unto a wise man. Who is a wise man? The one that hears and applies what he hears. Now, what therefore is wisdom? Wisdom is not just the ability to think. No. Otherwise, everything will be wise. But not all thinkers are wise. What therefore is wisdom? Wisdom is not the engagement of common sense. Wisdom is the engagement of acquired sense. Come on, say acquired sense. Whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man who has built his house upon the rock. And then came the wind and the storm, and they beat vehemently against that house, and it could not fall because it was founded upon the rock. What therefore is wisdom? Wisdom can be defined therefore as the acquisition and intelligible application of knowledge. Wisdom is what? The acquisition and the intelligible application of knowledge. Wisdom is not the ability to think. Wisdom is the ability to acquire and intelligibly engage the acquired knowledge. So we ponder over the acquired knowledge to squeeze out what applies to what we are doing. That's wisdom.